weed, those weeds I was talking about, that could be a pain when we out here trying to cut. What I do is, instead of just mowing over it in different areas, I gather that thing. It's like a bunch. Look like a lot, but really it's like a bunch. And I grab and pull it out. And it makes it a whole lot easier. I know it's time consuming, but this is like a speedy recovery when your lawns are in dormant season, to get this stuff out of there versus several mows. That eventually the grass starts to take over again. So for the most part, when I'm not too busy and I get to lawns like this, I'll just actually pull those weeds out and then pick them up as I mow instead of cutting. Because even, most of y'all saw this before, y'all deal with it every season, but even if you just mow across it, eventually over a course of time the lawn will take back over. But it definitely thrives in the dormant season when your Sainal, your centipede, Bermuda, all your grasses are not really growing. But I hate this stuff. If you love it, something wrong with you. But quite sure y'all hate it too. But that's just a little quick tip I use personally to get through this stuff. So what'll happen, yeah, I'm crazy for pulling it up, but what would happen is I'm not dealing with this. I'm not gonna deal with this next time. And actually, this property here, it's a commercial property, and during peak season is every week. But I won't be back here for another 3 weeks probably. So guess what's gonna thrive in those 3 weeks? This crop right here. So take the time out now to pull it, and then come next week, guess what I got growing? Or not next week, but the next time I come back, what I have growing is that lovely St. Augustine grass. That's what I'm gonna have. And guess what? My mow is gonna be much better than your mow. How you like that? Because guess what? I ain't trying to cut this crap. And then if I really care about my properties, if I really care about them, and I look back after I cut, and if I was cutting over this crap and I see it still sticking up after I cut, guess what? I'm gonna have to go back over it. So by me doing this right now, I don't have to worry about it next time. I'm out here on Manhattan and they probably looking at me like, what this dude doing out here pulling grass? Nah, they don't understand. I ain't pulling grass. I'm pulling these doggone weeds. Well, I don't want to really call it doggone weeds. I want to call it something else, but might have kids watching. But this is what I was talking about. And hey, I'm going to tag Pauline and Wayne in this one because I never found out what this stuff is called. I'm not sure, but I'm quite sure it has a name. And I think these are the weeds that actually turn into like dandelions. And there's actually a tool that you can use. It's a 3-way fork handheld tool. You can take that fork and run it like that, and what it does, it gathers the bunch. Gathers the bunch. You can see where the root system is and easily pull it up. But that's all I want to tell y'all. It's time to get it, people. If you ain't getting it, get up. Get up, KB. Get up, boy. Rudy Roo, get up. Ben Mose, get up, boy. Sean B, get up, son. Gerald, dude, let's get it, man. All y'all, time to get it. All right, I just started something. So I'm out at this commercial property on Manhattan, and my part is supposed to be from this edge of the store over here, this little green area here with these couple the shrub in this crepe myrtle tree all the way to the end of where the building is separated from the suite. So if I told y'all this was my property on Manhattan, you would look at it as this entire storefront. But I'm not responsible for this. But I said, you know what? Let me just cut it. I'm not getting paid to do this, but the overgrowth they had coming through the cracks over here, I said, let me just cut this, because in the overall aspect, James doing a half, job. So as you can see, this is their area, overgrown. I had nothing, pretty much. I haven't touched this property since late November last year, and still my area was kept pretty good because of the upkeep I did throughout late last season. So I just went on and just cut it. So I guess a little pointer to myself and anybody else, quote unquote, that's not my job. True, but it could also be misinterpreted as doing a half butt job. So I went on and did it, and I'm gonna take care of it because the entire storefront's gonna look good when I'm done. Check this out. Those weeds I was telling you about, give you a good example of what it looked like. Y'all know what this stuff looked like already, but I just finished trimming. But even if you run over this stuff with the lawnmower or even the weed eater, you're gonna find this is what it looked like. This is the stuff that stays up after you cut. This crap right here. Here's your grass. That's fine. That's fine. But look at this. And one good advantage after cutting it, it's easier to grab. Easier to locate it, to see it, gather it, pull it out. Gather it, pull it out. But that's the stuff, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna be out here checking this stuff out. You're gonna be saying every word in the book like I am, not on camera, but you're gonna be saying every word in the book, because once you mow over this stuff, what happens is it doesn't cut everything. It just cut the tops and leave the main system sitting in the grass, which will come back before you come back. But once again, here's the part that it looks like once you take all the top foliage off when you weed or trim, or when you actually cut. But you can see it better once you do that, and it'll be easy to pull out. Will some of y'all do that? I don't know. I do it because I do it once and don't ever have to worry about it coming back till next year. So versus having to cut this stuff 3 and 4 times to get it to go away, I'd rather pull it out one time. So the next time I mow, hey, it's gonna be much easier and I ain't worrying about this crap here. Lastly, some of y'all might do this, I don't know, but I read this in one of the, actually the latest version of that horticulture book that came out, or you're supposed to read this book, study it to actually become licensed. What I did and I started, what I read and what I started doing was, they say even during the dormant season, do not drop the height on your lawnmower to accommodate the grass not growing. And interpretation is, even if the grass not growing, like say November, December, January, even October, when it starts to become dormant, don't lower the blades on your grass. Keep it on your lawnmower. Keep it at the same height. So what happens, the grass can fight the weeds that are trying to come through during the dormant season. But if you continue to lower the blades on your lawnmower to make the lawn look, fresh, the lower it is, the more easy it is for these weeds to come up. But when it's still nice and thick like it was during peak season, the weeds have a harder time actually trying to come in and take over. And I tried that about 4 years ago and I haven't stopped. So what you see today is the same height throughout the entire season, which this is on a level 3.5, the same height. And what I'm gonna do today is cut it at the same height, which by the time peak season comes in, while some people are actually trying to get their grass to grow, mine is already set where it's going to be throughout the entire season, which all it has to do at that time is fill in. And what I mean by fill in is all your new growth is going to be easy for it to just fill in where the old grass was and where the brown grass was dormant during the winter season. So if that makes sense to you, I'll just throwing it out there, but that's what I do. There's no wrong way, no right way. It's called my opinion, your opinion, and let's see the results. That's what it's called, right? That's what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's time for me to blow this stuff up, get it in the grass, so I'm going to pick it up as I mow. So I'm out here, y'all. Quick view. Y'all saw it before. Here's the after. Just my part. Not much, but normally this spot right here, I ain't gonna say yard because it's like a half of a yard. I'm here 15 minutes. Today a little longer because first cut of the season. So guess what? From here on out, bam, 15 minutes. I actually make money on this spot. And I actually sprayed. So that's the blue that you see is just a dye. A dye is like a marker to let you know where you sprayed, where you didn't spray. It's marked in blue, obviously. But this is it. Next time I come, 15 minutes, I'll be out of this one. I make money on this one. I'll let y'all later.